Hello and welcome, wonderful travel advisors from Archer and Evolution. We are so excited to have you today. Join us for the CIE Tours webinar with Bonnie. How are you doing today, Bonnie? We are so excited to have you. And just before you get started, I want to let everyone know we will have time for Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions, please put those in chat and we will ask those at the end to Bonnie, as well as this is recorded. So if you want to rewatch this at any time, you can find it in the trainings tab of the Travel Cafe website under suppliers CIE tours. And you can find it right there and you can watch it back at your leisure. So without further ado, Bonnie, we're really excited with what you have to share today.
Hey, Archer Travel Agents. I'm Bonnie Garrett with CIE Tours, and I'm the person who's in charge of the Archer account. And as you can see from my screen, CIE Tours is a tour operator that specializes in the areas of Ireland, England, Scotland, Iceland, Italy, and Spain. So we don't do the whole world. We do a very small section of Europe, but we do it exceptionally well. The CIE difference from us between other tour operators is the fact that we literally are the niche operator to Ireland and Britain, and Iceland, Italy, and Spain. We have the largest selection of product. We have the most departure dates. We have the largest collection of travel styles that are available in the market to our destinations. And we have to because we are a company that specializes in just a very small area of Europe. So we really do have to max it out. We really do have to do it exceptionally well. So we are an award-winning tour operator. We've been in existence since 1932. So that's given us a long time to be able to hone our craft, to make really strong relationships with our hoteliers, with our sightseeing companies, and they bring forth really great prices for us, and we transfer those on to your clients. We are authentically Irish, and I'm not sure if you know this or not, but we're owned by the Irish government, which does make us authentically Irish. We're a part of the transportation system. So we're kind of the pretty face of the Irish transportation system, the same organization that has the trains and the public buses and things like that. And that gives us a lot of clout when we're negotiating prices for our different components of the tours too. As you can see, we have a great satisfaction rate. It's 95% consistently. And that's actually rated by your guests who come on a CIE tour. And at the end of the tour, we ask them to fill out a survey if they'd be kind enough to do that. And they rate us on all different types of components, on the tour itself, on the meals, on the tour guide, on the sightseeing, all of it. And we consistently get a 95% rating. And what that means to you as a travel agent is that you're not going to have people that come back unhappy. Just the opposite. They're going to come back really thrilled with the tour. And that's going to make your life certainly a lot easier. And we have multiple offices in case we need them. We have boots on the ground in London. We have our headquarters in Dublin, and in the United States, our office is in New Jersey. You're looking at a picture of Blarney Castle on the right. We do visit Blarney Castle on most of our guided vacations. That is a medieval castle that is just so popular with tourists. They like to climb up the steps to the very top, and then they hang over the edge. And it's not as scary as it sounds. And somebody is holding on to them, but they kind of hang over the edge and kiss the Blarney Stone. And that is supposedly going to give them the gift of eloquence. But besides the Blarney Castle, that castle is surrounded by acres and acres of beautiful landscape scenery, which is just delightful to walk around. So the difference between us and other tour operators that do our same destinations is we include almost everything. There is very little left our guests have to pay for when they're on a CI guided vacation. We include obviously all the entrance fees to attractions. We incorporate all kinds of wonderful entertainment, and it's traditional entertainment. Most meals are included, including a very hot, nice breakfast each day before they start their touring day. And all the transportation, Wi-Fi is included on the coaches, and it's all there for them. I might also mention that we use four-star hotels in central locations, and those are included too. Now, at here, I just want to stop for a second and just make a note to you of our air department and our travel insurance. if you are a new travel agent or if you are new to CIE, you can actually do just a one call and we can put the whole package together for you. We'll do the tour, we can do the air, and we can add in travel insurance. Our air department has a robust selection of carriers that they use with contracted air rates. They'll quote you economy, economy plus, or business class. And it is commissionable to you. Travel insurance is not age rated. It's actually based on the cost of the tour. And that is commissionable to you too. So you're going to get commission on the air, the travel insurance, and also on the land program too. And that's really nice. And your clients don't have to pay additional for optional sightseeing tours because all sightseeing is included. And that's not the case with many other tour operators. Clients have to pay additional costs in euros or pounds for tours that are sold on the motor coach. Um, and that can be disconcerting for them because they may not have budgeted for it, and they may not feel comfortable having that happen. So we decided when we put together our tours that we'd make them different in that respect and try to make everything included for the people. And by the way, our tours are highly immersive. They're highly educational because we want our guests to be really excited and learn more about the destinations that they're going to with CIE tours. In case you're not aware, suppliers have been cutting back for a long time now on documentation. We still do proper documentation. Your clients will get this backpack that you see on the right-hand side, and it's loaded with all kinds of travel goodies in it, and we ship it directly to them. You don't have to get involved in it at all. We put in their reusable water bottle, luggage straps, and tags. We have a little rain jacket there. We have an adapter for them, and all the booklets that they need for their destination and any other documents are in that backpack. And you know what? Guests don't know it's coming. They have no idea. It comes to their home. They open it up and they are so excited because they didn't expect it. And it's such a really beautifully designed gift. So that is part of the CIE Tours difference too. We still do documentation for your clients, and that goes a long way. Trust me on this. So different travel styles that we can talk about. We have, first of all, our guided vacations. That is probably the most that we offer within our travel styles. The guided vacations, we have about 45 of them. And they are the ones I was talking about that have the hotels and the sightseeing and the tour guide and all the good stuff included in it. We've got larger sizes or we have smaller sizes available. The small size group departures are no more than 26 people. And you can add on a pre and or a post add-on stay before and after the tour. Within this, we also have group travel. And I'll talk more about groups later on. So we can do a group for you. We can do a custom program designed exactly the way they want it to be. That's called our custom private driver program. And we do that for Ireland, Scotland, England, Iceland, and Italy. And then we have our independent adventures. This is our self-drive program in Ireland. And it's wonderful for people who want to do something a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more independent, because they're really going to create their tour the way they want it to be. Now, within the guided vacations segment, you'll see the day tripper tours, and I'm going to talk about those. These are wonderful because they're our answer to cruising. These are unpack once tours. And then brand new for us, which we'll talk about today too, are the Ireland walking and hiking tours. So you see, we have a lot of different ways you can travel with us. There's not just one size fits all. So you can look at our Ireland or our Scotland programs and you can go, the guided vacation is not going to work, but I think I can do a custom private driver and I'll be able to incorporate all the wonderful sightseeing and events that my clients want to see. So you've got all of that available with us. Dark Hedges, Ireland. I know Games of Thrones people, this is it. You've seen this before. The nice thing about this is it used to be a road that you walk down, and now they have stopped traffic. So it's just for pedestrians, and you can walk that whole way and look at those beautiful trees all intertwined with each other. Dark Hedges in Ireland. So we talked about our unique style of coach touring. These are the day tripper collections. These are the tours where you unpack once, and I've got 4 of them available for you. The Ireland South Day Tripper, fully guided. It starts in Dublin, goes to Adair. And then in Adair, we stay there for 5 days. And each day we do sightseeing out of Adair, but come back to the hotel at night. So that's a beautiful program specializing in the south part of Ireland. And that's probably the area that most people want to go to if they're first timers to Ireland. Then on the right-hand side, upper right, you'll see our Tuscan Treasures with the Cinque Terre 8-day program. And here we concentrate in the heart of Tuscany. We're going to be staying in Montecatini, which is a beautiful spa village, and we'll be doing our day tours out of there. This tour sells out constantly. So if you've got clients that want to do Italy and like this idea, book them well in advance. And then down on the lower right-hand side, we have our Scottish Day Tripper. Here we're positioned in Glasgow, and we will be doing day tours out of there, including a full day to Edinburgh. And then last but not least is our London Day Tripper. We'll be staying right in the heart of London on the West End, and we will be doing our day tours to different places, coming back to London in the late afternoon. So if clients would like to go and do theater that night, they can certainly do it. This tour can be used also for maybe a pre or post cruise package. So these are our day tripper collections. Wonderful answer to people who don't like the idea of a lot of movement, packing, unpacking. This is perhaps something you should look at for your clients. And by the way, just so you know, we don't travel more than 90 minutes in each direction each day. So they're not going to be on the motor coach for long stretches of time. If something more custom is what your clients would like to do, we have a separate department at CIE Tours that does our custom private driver vacations. These are beautiful tours that can be designed exactly the way your clients want them to be, with the hotel quality that they want, with the sightseeing they want to add in. We have local drivers that act as the tour guides. They will meet them at the beginning of the tour and they stay with them until the end. So this is totally customized. And we can accommodate any type of traveler, including people with mobility restraints on these tours. Reasons to consider a private driver. If you get clients who say to you, you know, I want to go back to Ireland and do our family ancestral roots, we can customize that for them. We can take them right to the village where their grandparents or great grandparents were born. If you've got people who want to do a multi-gen family, we can do that. We can do 4-star hotels or 3-star hotels to keep the price down. If you've got people who want to do whiskey tasting, if they want to do golf, any type of food and wine, perhaps in Italy, we can do health and wellness. We can concentrate on art and so much more in any of all of our destinations. This is what you do with the custom private driver program. And of course, the driver immediately bonds with your guests and is ready to adapt the itinerary on the fly if they want to change something around, or if the weather becomes inclement, they can do something inside and then circle back to maybe the Cliffs of Moher, and they can walk the Cliffs of Moher when the weather has improved. So you can use the private driver program for so many different things that I want you to keep in mind for that. You can go high end, staying in only castles and in, castles, 5-star resorts, maybe for a 40th, 50th wedding anniversary or a honeymoon. But more importantly, we can drop it to 4-star, solid 4-star hotels, and we can use it for those golf packages or the multi-gen packages for you. So here's a little tip for you. Go to our CIE Tours website. You'll see travel type there. I want you to click on travel type. You're going to then click on private driver. And here's what appears. This is an itinerary collection. These are suggested itineraries that we've put together for you with prices. and you can actually see what the cost of a tour would be for one of these. We've broken it down between Ireland, Britain, Italy, Iceland, golf, and TV film. And you can see the actual prices for 2, 4, 6, or 8 guests. And you can view it now, and you can actually send this to your clients if you'd like to. This is a really great resource for you because if you've never worked with us, if you've never done a custom itinerary to the destinations we go to, it can appear daunting. These little templates are perfect for you to start something. It gives you an idea, and then our custom department will tweak it for you to make it exactly the way your clients want it to be. So don't forget, you've got this as a resource on the CIE Tours website for private driver. Group travel is a very big focus with CIE, and we try to make it as enjoyable and as easy for you as possible. It's only 10 people to start a group with us. And we have all kinds of resources for you. And I'm going to show you the newest offer that we are launching here in a minute on the slide. But remember, you will have a group specialist to work with you. You've got your BDM who's going to help you promote it if you need that. Your clients are going to get an EBD of 5% off. They will do a custom color flyer to send to you for your tour. So you've got all kinds of support to make it successful. Group option number 1 is just to do a shared group, which means you buy into one of our scheduled departures. And that's going to be easy and you'll get immediate confirmation. Or if you prefer, you can do a custom group. Let's just say you have a religious group that wants to go with their local priest and visit Ireland. We'll custom design it for them. Their priest can say mass every day. We'll do whatever sites they want to see. And you've got a custom group available for you. So doesn't matter how you want to work with us. We're happy to do any type of group you would like to. This is the new offer that we just are about to launch next week, I think. But so you've got a heads up on this one. It's now going to be $1,000 bonus commission, and that's on top of your Archer travel commission, your travel leaders commission. So if you are thinking of putting together a group for next year for some of your clients, this is a great offer for you. You get that extra $1,000 plus the commission, and your clients are going to get a great price with an EBD of 5% off. It's a no-risk offer, which means that you don't have to put any money down right away to deposit on this, and you've got all that support from your BDMs to help you promote it. It's going to go out in our newsletter next Wednesday, so everybody's going to see this, but honestly, you are the first people to be able to view this. So let's talk new tours for 2026. We've got quite a few new things going on. Our hiking and walking tours are the new thing that we've got for Ireland. We've got 2 of them. We've got one for the north and one for the south. The hiking and walking tours are wonderful ways to really immerse yourself in the destination. As you can see here on the right, this is the guide and some of the guests that are walking down one of the paths. It's not hard hiking or walking. They walk maybe 4 or 5 hours a day, and it's broken up with meals and some local sightseeing, things like that. But just in case your clients are asking, all of the guides are highly skilled at doing this. They're also trained by CIE. They're certified in outdoor first aid. And just like our other guides, either with our guided vacations or a private driver, they have a wealth of information on history, on archaeology, and music, and so much more. Now, here it's a little different because these are smaller tours. You're going to have a maximum of 16 people on them, and we'll use a 9-seater minibus with obviously individual seats. And we have snacks and water and all kinds of stuff on the minibus. But these were meant for very small size groups. This is the one for the south part of Ireland. We start off in Dublin and we head down, we visit the Rock of Cashel and then go down to the very south part of Ireland, 2 nights in Glencarriff. 2 nights in Killarney, where we're going to be hiking in the Killarney National Park. And then we'll head over to the Dingle area. We're going to be hiking in Inch Beach. We're going to be hiking along the Dingle Peninsula. And then we head back up through Adair to Dublin again. This is a great tour. And remember, meals are included in this, 19 meals. Because these are very small boutique type tours, we use different types of properties here. We don't have to use properties that can hold 40 people at a time. We're going to head towards the smaller family-run boutique hotels. So this is a lineup for some of the properties that your guests would be staying in on this South Ireland walking tour. The Lake Hotel that you see on the upper right side has been family owned and operated for over 100 years, and it's located right on the lake, as you can see. So the hotels have been handpicked to really reflect the immersive feeling of the walking and hiking tours. Personal favorite of mine is our Ireland walking and hiking tour for the northern coast. If you have people who really want to become familiar or immerse themselves with Northern Ireland, this is the tour to look at. We start in Dublin and head up into Donegal. They're going to be hiking Slieve League. And in fact, the picture that you see on the right-hand side is one of the walkers hiking on Slieve League. And then continuing up north through Dunfanaghy and then doing Derry for 2 nights. They'll be hiking the Coastal Causeway and the Giant's Causeway, and then coming back down into Dublin. This is going to be a gorgeous tour. There's a selection of some of the hotels that we will be using for this tour. As you can see, they're smaller, more boutique and family-run properties. So the hiking and walking tours, no more than 16 people on these tours, and they will have just an amazing time enjoying Ireland. We've added in a new Italy program. We started doing Italy in 2018, Italy and Iceland. We did it at the same time, and we continue to add into our Italy collection. A couple years ago, we added in Sicily, and now we have our Italian lakes to Rome that we've added in for 2026. Here, fully guided vacation. We'll be starting in Milan, and we'll be going to Verona, so they have an opportunity to see where Shakespeare wrote his famous play Romeo and Juliet, and then on to Venice for 2 nights, Florence, and then Rome. However, if you would like to extend this, we can do the grand tour of the Italian lakes to the Amalfi Coast. And I highly suggest you do this because they'll spend 3 nights in Sorrento where they get to visit Pompeii. They'll take a day tour to the Isle of Capri. We'll be doing the Amalfi Coast. It's just a beautiful tour. So keep that one in mind for people who might want to do Italy for 2026. The selection of hotels that we use for Italy is just stunning. You can see that the one that we use in Milan, it's so reflective of Italy. It's very sleek looking. The Hotel Continental in Venice is literally on the canal. And the NH Collection Roma, it is right in the heart of Rome. So beautifully located hotels for our tours, including this one. And then because we do Britain, we added in this one this year for 2026. I like this so much because it's a little different. It's not like what most tour operators do, which is they start in London and then they go straight up. Here we start in Windsor and we go to Stonehenge and then go south to the very tippy end to Cornwall and St. Michael's Mount to sightsee there, and then continue back up on the west coast, going to Bath, historic city there, Roman city, and then into Wales. So for people who want to see Wales, look at this tour. But it doesn't stop there. We finish up in Edinburgh, so they even get a taste of Scotland in this tour. And by the way, we do this tour during August when the military tattoo is going on in Edinburgh. So this is yet another one of our Scotland tours where they can and experience the military tattoo, which operates in Edinburgh all during the month of August. Just some of the lovely sightseeing that they'll get to experience on this tour. Next up, our 2-for-1 sale. This has been going on for about 10 days now, and it is a big hit with our travel agents. It's a way for you to get your clients deposited for 2026. You can see it's good for guided vacations and custom private driver. It's going to be bookable until the end of this month, and they can travel all year long on it. There are some restrictions on it, so you can go on our website to get the entire selection of what's available. It's not all guided tours, but it's a lot of them. And we are happy to book. And by the way, it's booked in economy. I know you're going to ask me, can we do this for business class? No, sorry. We can't do it for business class. And just a nice heads up here for last minute deals. I don't think a lot of travel agents take advantage of this. If you go to the promotions tab on the CIE website, you're going to get to see a collection of guided vacations that we put up there that do have last minute deals on them. You can save up to 15% for your guests if you book one of these, and they change constantly. So take a look before you make an actual booking. Just look at the promotions tab, see if there's a tour there, that tour or something similar for a date that might work for them where you could save them some money. So those are last minute deals that you can take advantage of. And then the travel agent portal, I wanted to talk about this because if you have not registered as a travel agent with us, I do encourage you to do that. It's very easy. Again, you just go to the CIE Tours website, and on the upper right-hand side, you're going to see travel agent login. If you haven't registered, you'll go ahead and register. And once you do, you have access to our portal. And on the portal, we've got everything for you there. It's like a one-stop shop. We've got all of the resources there. We have educational components there that you can use. You can make a booking through the website. You can store all your bookings under your own page. There's everything there that you need. So what I wanted to show you today is we've enhanced the resources section. So click on resources, and then you're going to click on sales tools. And what you'll find here would be all of our promotional flyers, like that offer that I just showed you for the $1,000 booking bonus, that's there. You can download that. You can edit flyers to put in your agency information and send them out to your clients. It, of course, has our sales team contact information, but I'm going to show you that at the end of this. And then what's really been fleshed out and is so much more robust now is our downloadable photo and video library. Here you can go and you can download any type of images. You can download videos, and you can use them to promote CIE on your social media. However you would like to use them, they're there for you. So we've got a lot more available for you now than we have in the past. So do take advantage of that. And of course, you're going to take advantage of all of the archive training webinars that are there. There's just a wealth of information and support for you as a travel agent on the travel agent portal. And also what happens is they will capture your email. And when that happens, you're going to get invitations to the monthly national webinars. You can join in and listen to some new topic that they talk about each month. So don't forget to sign up on the portal. And here we go. Here's your BDM list. These are all the people that are available for you to support you in selling CIE, to support you in learning more about CIE, to support you with your group efforts. So please take a note of who is in your particular state and reach out to them if you need something in particular. Or if you prefer, you can always reach out to me and I'll connect you with whoever I need to. And that goes for doing a group with us too. If you want to reach out to me first and run some ideas by me, I'm happy to help you and then connect you with our group department. So I think we're done with the general presentation. So maybe we should open it up for some questions.
Perfect. Yes, we have some questions in chat. And the first question is, do you provide rail?
No, we don't do rail with CIE. That's one thing that we do not do.
Okay, perfect. Next question is, how much free time is given in a day when you book a pre-planned itinerary?
It depends upon the itinerary. We usually start our tours at 8 o'clock in the morning to get on the bus, sometimes 8:30. And then we try to get back to the hotel by 4 o'clock. During the afternoon, we'll make a stop for lunch. That's free time to be able to wander around whatever village that we happen to be in on your own. And of course, once we get back to the hotel, your evening is usually free to do as you want to. But check out our tours because some of them are more robust than others. Some have more activity levels in them than others. And so, like the ones that I talked to you about that are day trippers, those are very leisurely. Those are ones to look at for people who want to have a lot more leisure time. And again, on the ones like the day trippers, if a client is not feeling up for sightseeing that day, no problem. They can just stay and rest in their room at the hotel.
Perfect. Next question is, how is touring typically accomplished in terms of transportation for getting from point A to point B?
I'm not sure what I'm not sure about that question, but we do, of course, have our dedicated CIE tour motor coaches. Those are what we use for our guided vacations. So you've got those available. And if you're doing a self-drive with us, you'd have your Hertz rent a car. And if you're doing a private driver with us, then of course you would be having your driver drive you all over. So I'm not sure if that's the question, the answer to the question or not, but if it isn't, circle back and let's and see if we can answer it a little bit more thoroughly for you.
Yeah, please circle back if that's if Bonnie didn't answer your question, please make your question a little bit more specific, and then I'll re-ask it. We'll move on to the next question in the meantime, though. Are pre-packaged itineraries adaptable or only private driver vacations adaptable?
The guided vacations are pretty much set in stone, right? There's a they are what they are and they go when they go. But you can take one of those and you could turn it into a private driver if you'd like to do that. So if you've got clients who want to have something specific, they want to have specific sightseeing, they want specific hotels, they want to have some free time to then you're looking at doing a custom private driver program with us.
Perfect. Um, um, Also, the agent said you did answer her question earlier, so we don't have to re-ask any questions. Um, the next question is, what is the target demographic for CIE tours?
That's a great question. So for guided vacations, it's usually a more mature traveler, but I will tell you, I have been on our CI tours many times and I see single women and they like CI tours because it's a guided vacation. So they have like-minded travelers. Everything's taken care of for them. They know the hotels will be safe, and the driver and the guide also watches out for them. I have mom and daughters that travel. I've seen them to travel. I've seen families with teenagers travel. We've had honeymooners. I mean, it's hard to say. If you're doing a custom driver with us, it doesn't matter. You can bring infants with you if you'd like to do that. If you're doing a guided vacation, it usually tends to be someone who's a little bit more mature. If you're doing a hiking, walking tour with us, it certainly needs to be someone who is an active traveler. That doesn't have mobility issues. So, it's a wide range of ages. Now, just so you know, we will take children 8 and above on our motor coach tours. If they're doing a private driver with us, it doesn't matter. We'll take infants. If you're doing a self-drive with us, Ireland, and remember, we only do self-drive in Ireland. There is a law that people cannot rent a car in Ireland over the age of 75. So just keep that in mind too.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Next question is, as I see you specialize in 6 countries. Um, Let me reword this question. Sorry, let me. Okay, basically they're saying you specialize in 6 countries, but you said you were owned by the Irish government before. Is Ireland pretty much the best itinerary you can take with your company, or not?
Ireland is our primary focus. It always has been and always will be because we're owned by the government. You're going to find more guided vacations available. Our self-drive is available in Ireland. However, it is not the end all. We do a beautiful job in Britain. So look to us for Scotland. We sell a lot of Scotland, and you've got a lot of tours available there. Iceland and Italy are I can't tell you how popular Italy is with us. And here's what we've done, just so you're aware of this. We may have started in Ireland and Britain, but we took that concept of the all-inclusiveness and we have moved it into any new destination we go to. All of the driver guides, and I'm so sorry because I forgot to mention this earlier, all of our drivers, all of our guides are native to the destination. So they come with a wealth of knowledge because they were born and raised in Iceland or Italy or Spain. However, they're always trained in our Dublin office by our staff there that does the training for the driver guides because the CIE guest is a guest that usually really expects more out of their tour. They expect more out of their guide. They have their knowledge based and they want a lot of it. So no matter where you go with us, the concept is always the same. It's always a quality product that's monitored heavily by CIE Tours.
Perfect. And then the next question was, do you do tours in other languages, for example, Spanish?
No, not at this time. We do not. And I do get that question on occasion. We just don't. We're not equipped to handle that.
Okay, perfect. So all tours will be in English, is that correct?
That is correct.
Wonderful. Great. That was the last question we have for today. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the agents, Bonnie, before we close out today?
One other thing I'll share with you so you have the knowledge of the commission structure. Because you're part of Travel Leaders, your commission for the land, such as guided vacations and private driver, will be 16%, which is really attractive. If you're doing the self-drive with us, it's 12%. If you're doing air with us, it's 5%. And our travel insurance, which remember is not age rated, is going to be 10% commissionable to you.
Well, absolutely lovely. Thank you for sharing that, Bonnie. And also, if you guys would like to find that information again, you can find it in the Travel Cafe website under suppliers, under CIE tours, as well as more information. We have our dedicated page for CIE tours there. So if you need more, you can find that there, as well as the BDM list. And like Bonnie said, you can always reach out to her if you have any questions, but you can also reach out to your dedicated BDM for your area. And you can also reach out to Archer Travel and we can direct you in the right direction. So we
All right,
really go ahead.
there. If you all forgot to take a screenshot of that, here it is again. So you've got your BDM in your particular city and state.
Perfect. So if you guys haven't already screenshotted this, feel free to screenshot it now. And while this is up, I just want to note this is recorded and you can watch this at any time in your leisure in the trainings tab of the Travel Cafe website under suppliers and then CIE tours, or you can find it directly here on this Facebook or YouTube page once we end this live webinar. So
Wonderful.
perfect.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today, Bonnie. Thank you, travel agents, for joining us as well. I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful Friday and weekend, and we will see you back here on Monday. Thanks again, Bonnie.
Thank you. Take care, everybody.
Bye.